One.
Okay, this video is going to be for the garage walls assignment. Open your PDF file and you'll get the following instructions with diagrams. What you want to do is you want to go to your SketchUp, and this is where it should be your starting point. Please, for those of you that got lesson 12, make sure that in the comment section, if I mention that your overall dimensions were incorrect, for example, some people decided to offset more than 6 inches. Just make sure that you grab your tape measure and you measure this, and yours should be 24 by 24. If it's not that, please correct that before you proceed any further. The reason being, the way this assignment's set up, we're just copying our vertical boards, and we're not really giving a specific measurement for this particular assignment. So if your dimensions are larger or smaller, it's going to affect the way that the array option is going to show those boards. So first thing, make sure you're 24 by 24. If not, make sure you correct that. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at the instructions over here. And it says we're going to start out with a board on the floor, all the way around. And it's going to be 1.5 by 3.5. Now, technically in the real world, they refer to this board as a 2 by 4, 2 inch by 4 inch. So what we're going to do is, for this video, I'm just going to do this side wall and part of the front wall. Everything else is essentially duplication. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to start out right in this corner. And I'm going to grab my pencil, and I'm going to go up 1.5 inches, enter. I'm going to go over 3.5 inches, and then I'm going to grab my rectangle. Rectangle is going to ensure that the shape is closed completely, and then I'm just going to go and I'm going to push it all the way to the end. So I'm going to touch that line so I can tell SketchUp that's where I want to end. Now that we've got that board completed, I'm going to swing around over here. I'm going to quickly grab my tape measure. I'm going to type 3.5, and I'm going to create this board here. I'm going to come back to that later. So if we check our instructions, we're going to draw a vertical board with the same dimensions, and the vertical board is going to be 10 feet high, and we're going to have 19 of those boards along this side of the garage. So what I'm going to do, and I suggest it in the instructions, is make it a component. So I'm going to make it a component over here on the side. I suggest moving the perspective just to make sure that when you create this component, it's orientated correctly. So I'm going to go 3.5 inches, comma space, 1.5 inches, enter. And we've got the basic dimension of our board. I'm going to make it a component. At this point, make component. We're going to go with the default name. Now, the instructions ask that it be 10 feet tall. Now, we made it a component, so any changes to that component has to be done in Edit Component mode. So right-click and click on Edit Component, and we're going to make it 10 feet tall. Okay, so we've got our first board. We're going to get out of Edit Component mode, and I'm going to grab our Move option. I'm holding the Control key down. I'm going to grab it from this corner, okay? Grab it from this corner, bring it up, and touch that corner, click, drop it off, okay? Now you need 19 boards. Since we already have one here, we're going to use the array option, and we're going to copy it 18 times. So holding the Control key down, I'm going to grab it at this corner, and I'm going to bring it over here. I'm going to click on there. I'm going to go /18, enter. And we're going to have our 19 boards. So that wall, the vertical portion is done. To throw the cap on, all you're going to need to do is we're going to go, let's change our perspective. And similar to what we did at the bottom, we're going to go 1.5. And then we're just going to do this. And we're going to use our push option. And we're going to push it all the way to the top. So it's all capped off. Now, if we go to our instructions, it's going to ask you to create a board on the bottom, 3 foot 9 inches long. And you're going to have to place 4 boards on there, place 1 on there, copy it 3 times. So once again, for this specific assignment, we're not giving real specific spacings. We're just going to copy it. Assignments to follow will have specific spacing requirements. So now we're going to use that shape I drew earlier, and we're just going to pull that out 3 feet 9 inches. Okay. Now I'm also going to draw a line right here. And I'm going to draw a line down, and I'm going to use the rectangle just to join it up like that. Now the reason for this is this shows that this is a separate board. Okay. So now we're going to put our board up there. Now, if we check this out, this is orientated according to this wall. So we're going to have to rotate that. So we're going to go rotate option, place it on the very top. Okay, put it in the middle, whatever. Make sure it's on the top. All right, go straight out. We're going to click once. You can manually bring it around so it says 90 degrees in the bottom corner, bottom right hand corner. Or if you want, you can actually type 90, enter, and it'll automatically do it for you. So now what we're going to do is we're going to use our move option. We're going to pick it up from that bottom corner. We're going to drop it off in there. And then what we're going to do is grab our move option once again, holding our control key down, grabbing it from that corner, dropping it off there, and we're going to go /3, enter. So now we've got our wall completed. And if you like, you can just use our rectangle option, start at this corner, go up there, and we're going to pull that out over to this corner here. Using the rectangle, we'll go from corner to corner. That'll show that that's a separate board. So that's it for this particular video.